you had supported the war in Iraq before the invasion. What makes your judgment?
I did not support the war in Iraq.
2002.
That is a mainstream media nonsense put out by her.
So Donald Trump frequently talks about how he never supported the Iraq war right from the very beginning of the war. He brings it up all the time, and it's no surprise, perhaps, that he brought it up in this debate, saying that he never once supported the Iraq war, contrasting his record with Secretary Clinton, who did, in fact, vote to go to war in Iraq. Now, the evidence is that he gave an early interview saying that it looked like we were doing a good job in Iraq. There's no evidence of him on camera or in any public way ever saying that he did not support the war. And in fact, during the debate, he cited private conversations that he had with Sean Hannity, a Fox host and also a friend of his, as evidence per se of the fact that he never supported the war. We just can't find any public record of him saying that.
You want to approve Trans-Pacific Partnership.
I was against it once it was finally negotiated and the terms were laid out. I wrote about that in...
You called it the gold standard.
I hope...
You called it the gold standard of trade deals. You said it's the finest deal you've ever seen.
No.
And then you heard what I said about it, and all of a sudden you were against it.
Well, Donald, I know you live in your own reality, but that is not the fact.
Donald Trump correctly pointed out that Secretary Clinton had once called the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal the gold standard of trade deals. She tried to back away from that statement in the debate, and she in fact has tried to back away from that statement several times throughout the course of the campaign.
Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. I think it's real.
I did not.
Science is real.
I do not say that.
And I think it's important that we...
We saw several times during this debate Donald Trump interrupting the moderator and interrupting Clinton to say that something wasn't true, that he had never said that. And one time he did this was when there was a discussion about climate change. Secretary Clinton was talking about how he once attributed climate change to a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese. He interrupted to say he had never said that. In fact, we can see in his tweets and in some of his comments over the years that he did say that. And he's also tweeted several other times over the years things that would make you think that he does not, in fact, believe in man-made climate change.
Making college debt-free so more young people can get their education.
During the debate, Clinton talked about one way to improve the economy is making college debt-free for students who really need it. And what we found is that although she has proposed ways to make college tuition-free, certainly it's not debt-free. College students would still incur debts in the form of room and board, areas of college expenses that she hasn't addressed in her plan. So that doesn't exactly equal debt-free.